I think I found the Aula Hero 68 with a wireless twist. Boom. What I have right here is the Aula Mini60 HE, which is a $46 beast. So if you're looking for a keyboard in the $46 range, stick around because you might be convinced to get this. Now, I bought this with my own money and I did my own tests on it to verify it is a great keyboard. And it just leaves me more and more puzzled. Why is the standard edition Win60 HE so bad compared to the Pro and Hero versions? I thought, okay, maybe I learned how to tune the Aulas a little bit better over time, but no, I went back and I tried to tune my Win60 HE and it just physically cannot be set to as low settings as these Pro and Hero Aula keyboards. It makes me puzzled. Did they really put so much more tech into these keyboards for like $10 more, maybe $12? Immediately, I could tell with this keyboard that it was a little heftier than the Win60 HE and that the switches were higher quality than the Win60 HE. And about on par with the Hero 68. This definitely gets the seal of approval for meeting Wooting's quality in my eyes. Something that absolutely shocked me was that the wireless mode on this keyboard was actually good. And look, I am a huge skeptic when it comes to wireless keyboards. Why do you even need that? For me, I have my setup right next to my PC. A simple cable solves that whole communication dilemma pretty gracefully. I guess for some people, if you have like a TV or gaming room setup or on your console, which is far away, it could be good to have wireless, but I never expected for it to be this good. It almost made no sense to me. Then I realized this Pro version in specific actually uses 8,000 polling rate on the 2.4 gigahertz wireless, which is ludicrous because when I switched to it, I fully expected to feel a delay or something that was off or not quite fully there. I left thinking, wow, I cannot tell the difference. And before you comment saying, oh, he must be a new player, he must be bad, I beat 28,000 premier players with this keyboard on wireless setting. I've completely forgot that I was using it on the wireless dongle. Now, what's cool about this is I think it perfectly slots in between the standard version of this keyboard, that would be the Win60 HE, and the upgraded Hero 68. And that's the important part. The feeling is very, very good for $46. It inspires a lot of confidence and genuinely feels very premium. If I felt the difference between this and the Win60 HE at like Best Buy, I would not save the extra $10 to $12 to get the Win60 HE. I would upgrade to this 100% of the time. Now, if the 8K polling rate wasn't enough to convince you, then just the overall sturdiness, the heftiness, the upgraded connectivity, as well as just the better switches, overall more polished feel would influence your decision. Now, what's really weird about these Aula keyboards is that they all seem to have a different website. I don't really understand why they couldn't just have it all on the same web tool. In my opinion, this keyboard has the inferior website compared to all the others. Now, it still has Rappy Snappy, SOCD, Dynamic Key Travel, Dual Effect Quick, and Toggle Switch, but it just seems like the website is less polished and wasn't really designed for English-speaking people off the rip. I would say that is definitely one of the downsides to these Aula keyboards, is that the translations, even though they're good, it just doesn't give you that premium feel of utility, which they made it for English-speaking people. I think it has something to do with the Pro dongle. I think the Pro dongle is what warrants it needing a different website. So keep that in mind if you're looking at a different Aula keyboard and you like the software. It might not actually match up to the keyboard that you want. So yeah, in game, obviously wired mode was great. I mean, I have literally zero complaints about that. But again, the exemplary, outstanding, stellar thing about this keyboard is the wireless performance. I mean it. I genuinely was the biggest hater and doubter of this wireless dongle. In fact, I didn't even know that it was 8,000 hertz polling rate on the wireless dongle until I felt it in game, and then I had to look it up online, and it turns out on the AliExpress listing they advertise it correctly as being an 8,000 hertz polling rate on the USB and 2.4 gigahertz wireless. However, on the Amazon listing, it's really difficult to tell. In fact, I don't think they even list it concretely on there that it is capable of doing that. So that is some bonus information for you guys that are considering to buy this keyboard that not a lot of people people are probably even talking about. So yeah, looking at the overall build of the keyboard, I'm pretty satisfied with it. If you're into the whole front-facing legend thing with these keyboards, then you'll like this one. If you like the legend to be on the top, you might not like it. What's in the box? You have obviously the keyboard, you have a cable, you have the switch puller, keycap puller, you have a few extra switches, and you have the manual. And also you have the dongle with a few rubber caps, and I genuinely don't know what they're for. If someone knows what they're for, drop it in the comments below, because I have no idea. Maybe I'm just not smart enough to figure it out on my own. I even looked into the manual and I couldn't find anything there. But yeah, overall, really satisfied with this keyboard, and each and every keyboard from Aula that I review after that original review on the Win60 HE, I get more and more impressed with the brand. Seriously, like, I didn't expect this level of quality to be possible for $46, but I think this would be my recommendation for the $46 price bracket. And then I would still recommend the Red Dragon Fizz K617 over anything in the $20 to $30 bracket. No products from Aula that I've tested have been good in that dollar range yet, but this one definitely takes the cake for $46. And yeah, overall, I'm excited to review some more budget keyboards. Make sure to subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment below on what you want me to review next. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace, guys.